Morning from Rayne Gardens again. Nate here. We're going to cut up a pink princess today. I'm going to show you how we're going to go about that scary little operation and show you some of the other cool stuff we've got in the past week around the store. Let's go. So we did get some animal foods now, little cooler animal treats that the dogs are definitely approving on. Yeah, they tried to snag those treats the other day, so I had to put them up higher. Haven't really got any new plants because it's been super dang cold around here. Animals have all been doing great, getting spoiled, getting fat, staying inside. Yeah, no plants really, no new shipments except for animal treats. I did do some more rearranging in the back, trying to make our little personal area a little classier. And when I say classier, threw up our little display of skulls that Mom has enjoyed. Kind of showing our plants off a little bit more in the back, cleaning it up, making it more accessible for the customers to see, and it definitely helped. I got the skulls up, cleaned it up yesterday, and 3 customers were interested. So I took them back and kind of showed them our little go-to area. Here's our foods. We have a little kitty roaming around the birds, so I had to get the kitty some food because it's dang cold out there. So that just showed up yesterday, some wet foods. We got this Red Barn product for the dogs. They're loving those treats. I just got the fish foods also, which is just a normal one, but customers were already grabbing it yesterday. I just got them out on the shelf, so can't complain. That part's nice. We're not going to have a huge selection of all the animal stuff, but a little bit for our customers so they don't have to go to other places. Just stop at Rayne. All right, come on back here. Still somewhat clustered, but we will continue to get it organized. But today, we want to sacrifice a beautiful pink princess that continues to throw out nice, beautiful new leaves. Been prepping her for a couple weeks now with this little Clonex mist. So what we do for that is just spray the leaves, spray the stem where we're going to make the cuttings. And I've been doing this daily, just kind of showing customers what we're also doing. We like to have this place to be kind of a learning facility also, which we never really thought of that idea. It just happened. That's some string of hearts that are kind of in the way. But we're going to be utilizing this little cloning machine. So we'll take the humidity dome off. Got our little wipes, coffee, we'll separate that with the raindrop. Boom. Put that over there. Got a cute little skull to pour our Clonex rooting gel in. So, might be a bit much, but that's alright. It's worth it for this. For the pink princess. I've been putting this off for like 6 months. Keep telling people I'm going to do it. Today's the day. Alright. I'm not using scissors or anything. I'm just going to make a nice sharp cut with a nice fresh blade. I'm going to wipe it down with some alcohol real quick though, just to make sure there's nothing nasty on there, because I don't want to take any chances of getting our plant sick from us cutting it. Down below there's little sprinklers, so instead of just taking a glass of water like a lot of people do and cutting part of your plant off, sticking it in water, watching it root, which that usually works, this one, it's not sitting in water, so water's just constantly spraying up. I'll open one up and make a mess and show you what it's actually doing. And so it's just a little, it's quite a bit more successful than just putting our cuttings in water. So we still do that ourselves on some simple little things. Works sometimes, sometimes it doesn't. This one, pretty successful all the time. This is a little bit fancier setup than our basic one there. There's a fan that's always blowing down. It's gonna make a mess. It's gonna be shooting out. So there is what goes on down below that you don't see. So spraying water out quite a bit. But like I said, the fan's blowing in there so it doesn't get too hot. And we got the grow lights up underneath. But once I take our little cutting, I will set it up right in this little pod. So the root's going to be sticking out the bottom. You can see the water kind of already shooting out. And then we'll just put it in there. So I don't know why these are so scary to try to cut up, because we've propagated tons of plants and they're doing well. Let's just see. Not that one. That one's not doing well. Let's look at one that's doing well. Oh my goodness, look at that root. So that definitely needs a new home. That needs to get repotted up, and I should have just lifted the whole thing up instead of doing this little process, but we'll plant that thing up later. So little Hoya, it's doing great. Let's see, the little peperomia cutting. Yeah, look at that. Look at those roots just go crazy down in there. Okay, let's move that. This is scary, scary, scary. So we just got our gel, which I will dip the cutting into the gel. Then we'll get it set up right here in one of these and watch them root themselves in a week or so, and then we'll have a bunch of little pink princess babies. So customers will be excited. They always ask, but nobody wants to pay for a big princess. I don't blame them. I don't want them to either. All right, so we got our pretty blade. So if I was to buy this plant, we're looking at around $1,000 to buy it this size. So I bought them as little babies last winter in just little 3-inch cups, and this is what they've done. Oh, now we got a phone call, so we got to pause this scary operation. That was our landlords that own the building. They're coming in to work on some insulation process up in the roof. Cool. So they'll be here tomorrow. Yeah, okay. After the scary part. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm looking for these little, what they call nodes, kind of where the little piece starting to stick out. I want to cut right below that and have a leaf up above that, and then we're just dipping it and putting it in the cloning machine. So scary. All right, so sorry. So hopefully this all works, otherwise it's gonna be a bad fail. Scary, scary. Oh, look at that beauty. So it's already looks like it has cloning gel on it. Nice and purple. So that's a pink princess blood. Whew. All right. So, yep. Getting all over me. So now we will just dunk her in the little skull. So this little rooting gel is just gonna help get into its little, I guess, pores, and dripping all over me. Help absorb the moisture in there, just become a little bit more effective on letting us root. Okay, now let's pop it in number 2. So then I'm just going to pop this. So she's a thick girl, so we're gonna have to squeeze her in a little bit, but in she goes. So February 25th, we cut out a beautiful plant. Ew, look at what happens already. Princess guts. It will kind of rot down below, so when I pull it back out and look down below, it will kind of be rotten up, probably like this, just like that one. So that one was a fail for a peperomia. So we don't like that. Throw that out of there and go clean that one up later. All right, cut number 2. Scary. All right, we'll find our next node. It's dripping princess blood. We're going to kind of cut at angles too. This stem is quite a bit thicker than I was expecting. Alright. And let's just dunk all of it. Usually the purple goo is a little cooler on the plants, but since princess blood is the same color. Alright, then we're going to separate it away from the other one a little bit more. In she goes. Woo. So these leaves are nice and big. We won't be able to put our humidity dome on. So when that's not on, we will also just keep using the Conex mist, and we'll come up and just keep the humidity going on these beautiful girls. All right, let's do it again. So I'm always looking to try to have a leaf on one of these cuttings. That leaf's not the prettiest. Ooh, on the bottom it's super pretty. Top, not so much. So, looks like I got Clonex all over me. Let's just dunk these babies. Woo! Alright, 3 down. And that one's going to be a tough cut. Where do I want to cut this one at? So this one, I don't like that cut right there, so this one's going to have quite a few more leaves where I'm going to cut it. And I am being gentle since I am cutting right towards my fingers with this sharp object. Oh shoot. I just snapped a leaf off. So that's not fun. So, might as well just pop her off all the way. So, that pretty princess sacrifice. Alright. Oh, and that one didn't make it either. That's alright. Usually you want to cut some leaves off too, but it's just sad. Man, should have had some drinks for this one. Touch the top. And you know what? I'm just going to sacrifice this leaf off too. No, I'm not. It's too scary. Tricked ya. I don't know how I'm doing this though. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to sacrifice. Alright. Gosh. So after I touched it all, sliced her off. Sorry, gals. Back in you go. It's weird how it turns it black right away. Probably telling me she didn't want it cut up. She wants to stay beautiful. Whew. Oh yeah. I am not quite positive what I'm looking at. I'm just looking for pretty leaves to sacrifice, or non-pretty leaves to sacrifice. Because if I cut right here, I want to cut the leaf off too. So I don't want to do that. So if I made that cut right there, I'm losing my leaf. So I don't want to do that. So then I'm looking down here, which if I make this cut right down here, I keep the leaf but then I have this section which I don't know if I can keep. So that's just what I'm contemplating. I'm trying to find where I can make a nice cut and keep some leaves at. So I am going to go right below these little ladies right there. And we'll have another 3 leaf, and then I'll just make our leaf cuttings again. So, scary, scary. I'm gonna try just popping them in there, as is. Let's put this one on the corner. Tempt this little lady. Oh, see, she's already fallen off. But there's a nice little aerial root that popped out of there, so another leaf down. Alright, let's dunk her again. Yeah, see, this is where it gets tough trying to get those 2 leaves in there. But we're gonna jam it in there and see what happens. Always plan. It's not work. Not a professional by any means. We're just trying stuff out. If it doesn't work, it's a crappy fail. Hopefully some work. So yeah, we'll obviously let you know if we did anything all messed up, but hopefully we have pretty good success. I think I'm just gonna keep our little baby as she is right now. All skinnied up now. I want to cut her off. Well, one more cut. Getting greedy now. That's a nice, easy cut right here, so gotta take advantage of that one. Alright, we're leaving it as is.
How confident are you?
72% confident. Definitely a few will rut. Hopefully they all do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in there. I highly doubt any of these are going to do anything. But guess what? We're still going to stick them in there and just see what happens. But probably nothing out of these. But if it does, sweet. But that's also why these guys are so expensive, because it's not the easiest to propagate them. Where the normal ones that we can just grab from our box stores, we can propagate pretty easily, and they'll grow quickly. These ones are a little bit slower growers, and not easy to do this. Plus it's scary as heck. So I'm expecting these 4 to not do anything. The other 7, let's get crazy. And then we'll just baby this one some more. And then our big ladies, kind of rearrange these around. So this is also another spot back here that we want to reorganize, get it prettier for our showcase. But yeah, it's always fun watching them unfurl. This lady kind of got in there. Yeah, we're gonna let her do her thing. I don't know how the heck she's wedged in there, but I don't want to cut any more up. It's gonna be scary when we do our Thai constellation next. So yeah, that was super stressful. Did not like that. And today I'll probably just repot the rest of these ones out of this cloning machine. Get that one all cleaned up again. And get all those plants out of there. Clean off all that little moldy stuff. Use some good old clear res to clean our stations up. Get it prepped for the next go around of plants that I think we should cut up and make little babies. So a lot of times there'll be a plant that gets knocked over, a chunk falls off, we put it back here in the cloning little stations. If they work, they work. If they don't, no real loss. We're just gonna chuck the little babies away anyways. Alright, well, it's probably the most nervous I've been in a while. I wasn't even that nervous at talking for the Master Gardeners, which we did have a great feedback for the Master Gardeners. But yeah, Master Gardeners turned out very well. A lot of customers came back, gave us their feedback. I was hoping somebody would tell me something bad that we did that we could improve on, but we didn't really have anybody tell us that. So we're always open to feedback. Shoot, we're always just learning. We're playing. We're not even 3 years old yet. We're learning on the go here at Rayne. Again, we're just playing at this store that people love. And it's super nice in here today when it's still super cold. We're supposed to get up in the teens today though, after being below 0. Ryan behind the camera, he still has his coat on. 70 degrees inside here. Still acting like it's cold. Let's go check out the dogs, see how they're doing. We didn't get to see them last week. Oh, we do got seeds starting going on, so we're a little ahead of the schedule. Just because we have a little bit more room to play around. So, oh, River, she's getting too big to go under there. Yeah, come see Dad. Not a girl. So yeah, we got some okra, we got some tomatoes, peppers, artichokes going on, some red cabbage. We got some plants from Hawaii that we started. We're using all sorts of different media. I have the tree fern, New Zealand product going on with some of our Hawaii cuttings that we used. We got our red cabbage in the rock wool. So that was just planted. So all those little baby seeds, that was planted on the 17th and today's 24th. I'm gonna start some avocado from seeds after the speech with the Master Gardeners and other people around the community saying that they started them. So shoot, why can't we start some? See what we got going on. I still have a whole thing of rock wool I haven't played with. These are some supposed air plants from Hawaii, so these are kind of fun going on. What else do we got? The okra is going nuts, so that's fun. I showed a customer how to transplant it from our little seed pod that the seeds go into originally and then go into a bigger little cup that we can plant directly in the soil. We got some microgreens that need watered today. Haven't watered those yet. Pour some water on this little contraption from Botanical Interests. And we got the cat grass going on. We got some good old basil. There's the okra. There's some tomatoes. There's our peppers. Peppers were a lot more successful than the tomatoes. And these were all seeds from leftover from last year. Didn't use any of the new stuff yet. Artichokes. It's just a cool plant. So we got those seeds. Whoa, holy cow. So those were started on Valentine's Day. So they're doing quite well. But they just take a long time to actually grow and produce an artichoke. But the plant is pretty sweet. What else do we got going on? Nothing too crazy with all this, but we will keep playing. Got some sweet coolers in. Did you see those yet? So yeah, Next Level did those sweet ones for us. On top we got the cool raindrop. You can probably see it. Most people else can't. Obviously it's been a little slower this week, so we did do quite a bit more playing around. So I repotted some stuff for myself. I did black velvet for us. What else? Just cleaned up some other plants in the back. Put some in bigger homes. Did this pothos little setup in here. This gal's doing great. So I added just a little bit more up in there. We got this pretty gal. I did a hibiscus with some wandering Jews around it. It's slow. We still play around here. Oh, we did have a customer from Michigan that they stopped by because they've been following us on social medias, and they were coming through town getting ready to move into Wyoming, and they stopped by and grabbed some nice plants. The husband did for the wife, so he was FaceTiming her. So that's always fun when our customers come in and have to FaceTime their other person, significant other, and show off. So it's even more fun when the guys come in. Most guys aren't into this stuff. It's usually the ladies, and the guys, they go and sit on the couch, hang out, watch TV. So that was a fun experience. I think it was on our first cold day, so it was still minus something ridiculous. And he came in here. He's probably in here for an hour and a half, just enjoying life. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been doing for the past week. Just enjoying our nice weather and our great customers that are coming in, playing with plants and animals, of course. Now they're all wore out. We got a belly full. We got some new good food in today, and of course all the little treats that they have to test out. They did try these little bullfrogs, or horny toads, or whatever the heck they call them. But yep, they will all snack on these. Meeks, wake up, man. There's your treat. Lou woke up. He gets one. Oh, Chloe woke up. She figured somebody got a treat. Chloe needs one. And oh, here comes River. Come here, babe. Need your treat? Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Haven't quite come in contact with an animal source for our pet store, but that's all right. No rush for new animals. We got our good food sources, our good dog treats. And you got two in your mouth? Yes. You only need one. There you go, Chloe. Yeah, you don't need two. What else? Oh, so the treats. We got a good source, huh? They're delicious, aren't they? Yep. So yeah, we'll go from there. And next week we'll check out to see how our princesses are doing. So that will be a fun little checkup to see how they're doing week to week. And oh, there's Angie.
Right?
And yeah, Mom has missed out on this cold. She's in North Carolina doing whatever old people do. Yeah, so see you next time.